Hello, beautiful people. So I'm a big We Are Not Really Strangers lover, and I have like 6 of their games, and I was like, why don't we play one of 3 of them actually? Because entering them is unplanned. I really don't know which card I'm gonna get. So I have a self reflection edition, I have healing edition, and I have self love edition. In the past, I made a plan. I'm gonna finish self reflection kit. So I know about me at least something. Then I'm gonna go through healing. So I'm like healed and there is nothing bad holding me back. And then I'm gonna do self love. So it's like, a cherry on top. Let's try to answer all of them today. I mean, why not? Okay, let's see. Okay, so the question is, what's the most exciting improvement I've been seeing in myself recently? Okay, so I think I already told this to a lot of my friends. I don't know, like, I cannot name one thing because I actually have to think about it. But I do have to admit that I often notice that I tell myself that I changed throughout the past 3 months already. And it makes me think about how just those 3 months changed me. And it's not even a change that happened to me. I would say it was more of embracing your true self, getting to know yourself better, learning what you like, what you dislike. I mean, it's an ongoing process, but throughout those 3 months, that's when I had the most results, because before that, I was also doing those things. I never felt that feeling of knowing myself, of being aligned with myself, of being in control of my life, being happy. Like for the past 3 months, it feels like I'm constantly happy. Even though I have my lows, I have my bad days, and there are a lot of things that make me anxious and overwhelmed, and there are a lot of stuff going on in my life, I still kind of feel so at peace with myself that it makes me feel happy. So, like, for the past 3 months, like, this improvement is so different. Like, I feel like a brand new person, even though it's been only 3 months. The most exciting improvement is like everything, literally everything. I know my self-worth, I love myself, I am consistent with going to the gym and having my healthy and balanced lifestyle that is not overwhelmed. I know how to listen myself, I have friends, like my communication with people is better, my grades are better, my productivity is better, my self-discipline is better, like everything is just better. But if I would choose one, I would say that right now I feel like I am love. It's my number one affirmation these days. I am love. I am full of love. Having love as a center makes it easier to do everything around, because if I'm love and I'm trying to love myself, like it's not words, it's not a belief, those are actions. Loving someone is also like acting like you love someone, so I have to act accordingly. So if I love myself, I want to be healthy and I want to feel good. To feel good and to be healthy, I want to go to the gym and eat healthy food and talk with good people. So I guess what's the most exciting improvement I've been seeing myself recently is that I actually feel like love, and I feel like loving people, even those who are not worth it. But yet those 3 months been like, wow, I just feel so good. And it's not because it's not hard. It's not because the weight of my life is not hard. It's just because I am strong. Very philosophical. Anyway, let's go to the next one and take the healing card. What hurt your younger self that you never fully healed from? What would you say to your younger self today? If I take questions that I don't like, I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to think about this right now. And I choose an easier question that I can actually answer. And this one is exactly the question that I want to place over there, and I don't want to think about it, because to answer this I have to think, but I don't want to think. But that's how you heal. Like, you have to do things that you don't want to do in order to heal. Thinking overall, there were a lot of things that hurt me, and I know them, but I'm also working on them. And so I am working on them right now. So obviously I'm not fully healed. I feel like this is the mix of everything, when it's not that you don't feel enough, but sometimes I feel like my bad stuff, the things that hurt me, are not bad enough. So there were a lot of things that happened to me in my childhood, and it's not that like I had a bad childhood. It just, we all been through traumas, we all been there. Some traumas are easier to heal and some traumas are, like really deep wounds. And when I look back, I really like my childhood. Like, it's not bad. I love it. I had a great family. I did a lot of stuff. I traveled a lot. But also behind all all of the good things. They were bad things. And sometimes I don't think about them as trauma. I don't really think that it's bad enough. It still hurt me, but in a way that every time I go through something bad, I dismiss it and I'm like, well, it's not bad enough. Like what you're doing right now, what you're going through right now, it's not bad enough. And it's always in my head. And by this, I kind of put all of my emotions in the cage inside of me and I'm like, close them over there because, well, Marta, do not complain. Do not vent. You're doing good. You're doing great. You're doing better than most people. So why are you complaining? For example, I don't really felt comfortable talking to some people about eating disorder. Not because like it's really triggering. Like I am healing and I'm doing a great job. But because I thought that, well, my level of eating disorder is not bad enough to talk as if it hurts me, even though it did. But I would never say about this because, well, there are people that been through worse than I did. Only right now I start to realize that a lot of things are not that bad just because I had to grow up at very young age. And so every time I would be going through some shit, I would be aware of that and I would start looking for cues how to heal it, how to go through this, how to be more optimistic, how to overcome this straight away. If I started having eating disorder, I would be like, okay, something is wrong, something is off. And so I would start looking for cues to solve this problem straight away. And I think I kind of also dismissed this side of me that if something goes bad, I am responsible for making it good. It's not that the shit I've been through was very easy. No, it's just I am very strong and so I make it look easy. But then I listen to my friends and they go through the same things and I'm like, oh my God, like, oh my God, like I am sorry for you. I will be here for you. If you need me, I will provide you with a safe space. I'm gonna let you know that what you are feeling is valid. It's okay, it's gonna be okay. That's how I am with my friends, but that's not how I was with myself. So every time something would hurt me, I cannot even name anything because the first thing that came to my mind when I read this question was like, well, nothing was too bad. I had to realize that my feelings are valid and if I'm going through shit, like it is shit. What would you say to your younger self today? If you're the same person that discard how you feel, if you're the person that doesn't go easy on yourself, I'm gonna give this advice to my younger self, but also to you. Treat yourself as you treat your friends. So if I'm telling my friends that their feelings are valid, that's how I should treat myself. If something bad happened, but also there were a lot of good things, one bad thing should not discard all of the good things, but also good things should never be like, oh, everything was good except this part. No, you have to acknowledge that bad part. You have to heal through that. You have to go through that, feel those emotions, and then let it go. Whew, yeah. The third one is self-love edition. Before tossing the cards, I got a reminder, so I'm gonna read it. Replace "that was so stupid of me" with "that was so human of me." What boundary would benefit me the most to set with myself? Why haven't I said it yet? I feel like I'm pretty good at keeping my boundaries because, first of all, you cannot set boundaries to people if you don't have boundaries with yourself. I guess I'm getting better and better at setting boundaries, first of all, with myself because that helps me to set boundaries with other people. If I would think like a totally new one boundary, probably that would be stop creating scenarios in your head, I guess. Like a boundary to not think too much. I think I'm doing a pretty good job about overthinking. I think I'm doing a pretty good job about not being delusional and just being in reality while still hoping for the better. But scenarios, those delusional ones is my soft spot and I can zone out. And it doesn't really happen that often as it used to be. Why haven't I said it yet? There was one time when I was like, Marta, you need to stop doing that. But then I realized that I really like it. Like, I literally love creating scenarios and oh my God, I love falling to sleep to them. I love going on a treadmill listening to music and creating them. It just feels good. Anyway, this session was a really good self-reflection session. I hope that you also started thinking about those questions and maybe what I told you also kind of resonated with this and was like, oh yeah, I kind of feel the same way, or oh, that's a great insight, like I never thought about it, but maybe I should. Anyway, don't forget to be awesome. Bye.